Schmigadoon?
Hey, you know what's fun? Alcohol.
Italian marble countertops, in a word, amazing.
Again? Ride that into the ground, huh?
You have 7 other selves now.
Apocalypse, apocalypse, we caused it with our dumbness.
Let's go! Let's go! We found them!
We all have our favorite TV shows, and if you're lucky, your fave will be one of the popular ones and it'll feel like the whole world is watching alongside you. But sometimes you'll pick one of the ones that's a little too niche, a little too obscure, a little too far ahead of its time, and it'll feel like nobody else is watching but you. You'll make a reference about it at work and everyone else will just turn around to stare at you blankly like, huh? And there is something special about getting into a show that practically nobody's ever heard of. You feel like you've discovered buried treasure, but on the flip side of that, whenever it inevitably gets canceled, you will be feeling like the only one at the funeral. Hey y'all, my name is Frankie, and today I wanted to talk to y'all about some shows that I feel like nobody watched but me. And honestly, I don't even think that's an exaggeration considering that most of the shows on this list got canceled due to low viewership numbers, so let's get into it. And I guess maybe you can say that this is a stroll down memory lane, but I did just want to give some credit where credit is due because I feel like we've had such amazing, quirky little TV shows that have been sent directly to the content graveyard. Meanwhile, we're somehow on season 92 of Grey's Anatomy. Like, make that make sense. You probably feel like there's nothing to watch. You probably feel like you've gone through everything that the streaming services have to offer, but I'm here to challenge you because I can almost guarantee that the shows on this list you have skipped. And I'm here to make you feel just a tiny bit bad about it. So let's break down the list of shows that live rent-free in my head, and I'm pretty sure nobody else's. First up is Alphas.
The human brain is amazing if you consider what people can do, particularly the people I work with. Alphas, extraordinary individuals who've learned to stretch the capabilities of the human mind.
It's a show about people with weirdly specific powers. Imagine being able to see the electromagnetic waves in the air.
I can now kind of control and manipulate and just sift through the different channels.
Or being able to talk people into doing whatever it is that you wanted.
Can you do me a favor and take your glasses off? Take this ticket.
Think superheroes, but less spandex and capes and more co-workers with telekinesis. It was smart and new, and it made the budget CGI look almost convincing. But because it did air on the Sci-Fi Network at a time where they were much busier in meetings deciding how they were gonna make a movie about both sharks and tornadoes at the same time, it did only get 2 seasons and then it evaporated. Next up is Schmigadoon.
We're in an actual musical.
Please, God, no.
This show featured Cecily Strong and Keegan-Michael Key trapped in a couple of new musicals inspired by the classics. It only ran for 2 seasons and was so funny, so witty, so campy.
All you need are bells and whistles to win the case.
It's honestly the most meta musical parody of all time.
Now our heroes enter the city of Chicago.
Who is he talking to?
But because it does live exclusively on Apple TV Plus, it may as well be a fever dream.
Ladies, can I get a cackle?
Fun fact, if you were one of the few fans of this show, the full 3rd season was already done. It was already written. All of the songs were already made for it, and I know that they exist on somebody's hard drive. If you know you got the goods, DM me. We can work out a deal. We can figure something out. It's just you and me. Let's talk about it because I need season 3 of Schmigadoon. And then there's Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23.
Are you here for the roommate posting?
Oh, yes. In fact, I
Don't trust the bitch in apartment 23.
excuse me. I'm sorry. You said something really disturbing and then you slammed the door.
This show was basically New Girl if you swapped out whimsy for tax fraud.
I had a brainstorm at church. Oh, you're still going to that place? You're such a good Korean.
Christian.
What am I saying?
Kristen Ritter played an unhinged party girl and James Vanderbeek literally played himself. It was petty, mean, and somehow still charming.
I got an assistant.
What? How can you afford that?
Oh, it's free. I got a foster child.
Unfortunately, ABC moved it around the schedule like it was in witness protection, and it aired so many of its episodes out of order. It was a mean-spirited, edgy comedy, but in the best way, and I think that maybe people just weren't ready for it at the time.
Molly, FYI, we have a no flip-flop policy, so I'm gonna need to see you in a closed-toe shoe. Thank you.
Next up is Happy Endings, the show about a group of friends that I guarantee you probably didn't watch. A gay and his hag, Max and Penny.
Penny, where have you been? I texted you 911 like 3 times.
What is it? Did you push a Q-tip too far in again?
An interracial power couple, Jane and Brad.
Jane gets crazy competitive about my exes. Remember when she found out my high school girlfriend was a magician?
Oh, wait a minute. What is that behind your ear? Oh my God, it's a quarter. Penny, you have a little something right in your... Oh my God, it's another quarter! Again!
And two of the most dysfunctional white people you've ever seen, Dave and Alex.
I'm not really afraid of dogs. I was just afraid of what would happen to a dog if you owned one.
The show was based in Chicago and it kicked off at Alex and Dave's flop of a wedding.
Dave, sorry.
I can't do this.
After Alex decides to leave Dave at the altar for a guy in skates. The entire series after that is pretty much just the events that follow that day.
I'm sure she'll be
totally
right. It's gonna be okay, I promise you.
Huge game changer. Huge.
Between the mid-season debut, the random time slots, and the fact that ABC also aired the episodes for this show out of order, it just never really stood a chance.
Are you sure you're okay, Penny?
What? Yeah, fine. Why do you ask?
Because you're wearing pajama jeans, pedicure flip-flops, and you're on the verge of tears.
I will have you know that these are not pajama jeans. These are pajoveralls.
Sometimes the entire series does go on sale on the Apple TV store for just a few dollars, and I would recommend, if you're able to catch it on one of those sales, buy it. Wholeheartedly recommend it, especially if you're a fan of a wacky comedy. And then we have what's probably the sexiest, most ambitious, just wildest show on this list, and that's Sense8 on Netflix. To be honest, it may be my absolute favorite on the list. I always loved the concept of the show from the very beginning.
I'm losing my mind. No, it's just expanding.
Imagine if you and 7 other strangers were somehow inexplicably psychically linked, like you and 7 other strangers from around the world shared ideas and thoughts and visions and skills.
You can access each other's knowledge, language, skills.
It was messy, confusing, sexy, and occasionally it made no sense, but it then also kind of always made you want more. It was just an amazing show. It had more heart than anything else that Netflix was putting out at the time, and let's admit it, the gays were super hot. It got canceled, and then it got revived, but then it got canceled again. For a couple of beautiful seasons, I was obsessed with it. It was everything to me. I loved it. And then lastly, we have Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Well, since the Queen Latifah show has a lifetime audience ban on me, we're doing this.
Which I guess technically people did watch, but they don't talk about it anymore, which I feel is a crime.
But I already did something today.
Now, Kimmy Schmidt, that was an actual fever dream. It was about a girl who gets kidnapped and thrown in a bunker by a religious psycho freak, Reverend Richard Wayne Gary Wayne of Indiana. And it was just a wild roller coaster of a ride.
You got a secret.
I am one of the Indiana mole women.
From the news.
I spent 15 years in that bunker eating beans out of a Florida Marlins cap. I just want to be a normal person. I'm having candy for dinner. Scram, you stupid hoe!
But it also had Tina Fey writing, which meant the JPM, aka jokes per minute, were through the roof.
Got a job.
It's in the same vein as 30 Rock, and I would dare say in the same universe. I always suggest you watch this show because I guarantee you're going to want to watch and rewatch and then rewatch after that. And so why do the best little TV shows always disappear and get canceled? Well, sometimes it's bad marketing, sometimes it's just the wrong fit at the wrong network, and other times the world just isn't ready to bear witness to a giant telepathic polycule orgy. Sometimes the best TV shows are the ones that you find alone, obsess over, and never stop recommending to people who will absolutely never watch them. So no, I didn't dream these shows. They were absolutely real, and they absolutely deserved better. Did you watch any of the shows that I put on this list? Let me know in the comments below, or if you didn't, let me know if there was any show that you watched that you felt like nobody watched but you. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
So close and yet so far. Pinot Noir, you're a star. Listen to Tom Berenger. Pinot Noir. Rosenbar!